In this episode of how to build a custom home or custom built home, we will discuss about how to identify or read the surveyor's markers in the construction site. As you can see, the house was already gone and the foundation for this house was already excavated. So in this episode, we will discuss about identifying markers and what do they really mean. Welcome again to another episode of how to build a custom built home. In the construction site, you will notice that a surveyor will leave a mark either in the form of spray paint or a candlestick, such as like this. Now this candlestick is a way for surveyor to communicate to the digging operator where to dig, the type of elevation, how deep, or whether to avoid a certain utilities line. Now the reason why a surveyor would leave this candlestick is because when they put a spray paint over the ground soil, when it rains, it will get washed out. So the surveyor would rather leave a candlestick with the specific markers on it, so that the operator of a digging machine would not need to look at the drawings when they are driving the digging machine. The writing on the stick is a code that a digging operator can read from a distance. It's actually kind of cool that a stick like this can contain so much information that it may not really mean anything to us. Now when they put the markers, it's actually backed by insurance and it's final. The surveyor cannot make a mistake on placing these markers, and so as the contractors. If the contractors make a slightest mistake and accidentally build outside that markers or outside that fence, it can be very expensive to fix, and in some cases it can bankrupt the project altogether. So you gotta be careful when you're digging around these markers if you're doing renovations. And not just for developers, contractors, but also for homeowners doing a DIY project in the backyard. When a surveyor's or utility company puts the markers on your lawn, be very careful to dig around it, because it can be very costly if you accidentally damage or puncture a utility line, such as your belt telephone line, cable line, water line, electrical line, and even sometimes a sewer line. Now here's a color code of our markers. The white marking is for proposed excavation, pink marking is for temporary surveys marking, red is for electrical power line, yellow is for gas line, orange is for your communication line, blue is for your water line, purple is for your water irrigation line, and green is for your sewer and drain lines. Even sometimes on the fence, there are some plate markers to identify your lot line. And if you lose that marking, it can be very costly for you to redo that survey. So always check with the city before you dig. So guys, if you like this type of content, please do me a solid and hit that like button. I would really appreciate it. And I will see you in the next episode. Take care.